Hey guys, sorry about that. I actually had my phone die earlier, so now it's plugged in. But let's get back to the discussion. Yeah, I would say American Life isn't a terrible album for me, but it is definitely the worst Madonna album. And I can't, like I said earlier, I can tolerate it, but the first track on the album, American Life, is so bad. I feel like for like the average listener or just like a person who's not like a big fan of Madonna, I mean, I think it's okay, but like if you listen to it as just like a, casual like medium fan of Madonna, you would hate it. Like it's just not her. It's so weird and just it's just not right for Madonna. But nonetheless, the next album is arguably one of Madonna's best albums to date. Um, and I guess she wanted to redeem herself, and she did that with Confessions on a Dance Floor, which is an amazing album all around. Partly based on just the great production of it. Just had a lot of great sound on it and fantastic composure of songs. I guess that's what makes it so great. It's just every song has a great production on it. I feel like, and Hung Up is great. Jump, incredible. Um, you know, great songs with great meanings. I would say it's definitely yeah. I would say top three for Madonna albums. Yeah, yeah, top three. I would say just because it's so great. I I'd probably put it like number three, but yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing album. Again, I'd say she really redeemed herself, and for people who think like, oh, Madonna's just like an '80s artist, she's from the '80s. I mean, listen to this album, like, and you'll see like, okay, maybe Madonna like actually has other good music, like she does, like with this album especially. Give it a try. Hung Up, the title track is amazing. Like I said, yeah, I mean, Hung Up is the opening track. Sorry, but yeah, it's an amazing album. And then I feel like she was more like creative with that album, but then like she came out with an album called Hard Candy in 2008, which I feel like it kind of conformed to like the pop sound more of today's of the music in that day and age. I mean, the song 4 Minutes features Justin Timberlake and Timberland, and it's just like it's a hype song for its time, and I still enjoy it. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, that's from 2008. That's like too old for me. It's just like what? But like, yeah, yeah, it had Justin Timberlake, and it's just I love 4 Minutes. That's such a great song. But like the album also is just amazing. I wouldn't say it's one of the best albums by her, but with this album, she definitely tries to, you know, be like other pop artists, which I do and don't like because, pop at that time, I would say I liked it, but at the same time, like I wish she was more like different. But I enjoyed the album. I would say, arguably, this album, Hard Candy, was her last good album before these next three albums that she's recently put out, which I will go over. But I mean, yeah, I would say it's. I really enjoy it. I would say it's the last good Madonna album. But yeah, sadly, since then, I feel like there hasn't been a really great Madonna album. But there's been some okay ones and kind of good ones. The next one's called MDNA. It's from 2012. This album is interesting in that it tries to do something new, I guess, but at the same time, it's trying to hop onto the scene of EDM and like electronic music, which is unique, I guess, but at the same time, you're like, okay, she's kind of just like going with a trend, I guess, because I guess in 2012 that was big.
but yeah, MDNA, like reference to Molly, basically, is it's a very EDM influenced album that a lot of critics like disliked it. I actually think it's better than critics claimed it was. I don't think it's an amazing album by any means. I think it's a decent album that should not be, panned so harshly the way it has been, because I don't know. I just really enjoy some of the tracks on it. Some more than others, like LUV Madonna. They're not like largely rememberable, but it's not like a bad album by any means whatsoever. It's a good album. And then you have the next album is Rebel Heart, um, which this is where Madonna definitely started to go downhill, I would say. Um, yeah, Rebel Heart has some amazing songs on it, but it also has some awful songs on it. Like, awful songs include Bitch I'm Madonna, Iconic, Illuminati. Not good songs at all, Madonna. What are you doing? Fucking Christ. Sorry. Ghost Town, great song. Devil Pray, great song. Rebel Heart, great song. Like, this album is very like wishy-washy with how it sounds, in my opinion. It's just, I feel like it doesn't know its place. It's definitely trying to, especially this album and the next most recent album, which just came out this year. They're trying to be more hip hop, which I just so dislike. For one thing, because I don't really like hip hop that much, and also like the hip hop that's in this album sucks in my opinion. Um, and then like also like it just doesn't sound good. Like Bitch on Madonna has Nicki Minaj in it, and I don't like Nicki Minaj really at all. I mean, that's just my opinion, I guess. I guess maybe some people like her, but I just don't. But it's still an okay album. But like, there's just certain songs that I wouldn't say I can't stand them, but I have a slight contempt for. I would say that's the best way to put it. So yeah, Rebel Heart is where it started to go downhill a little bit. But then, last but not least, you have Madam X. Oh yes, Madam X. Now this is where we get into why I don't like Madonna right now, and why I have so many mixed feelings about her right now. Madam X. Oh my God, Madonna, what have you done with yourself? It's a disappointment, because I was, excited to become a fan of Madonna and, get this album and like her, and, be like, have an album come out by her while I was a fan of her and get the album, because I became a fan of her 3 years ago, right after Rebel Heart came out in 2016. And then this album was just a disappointment to me. I had expectations that I guess were too high, because this album is just not good. I don't like it. It tries way too hard to be just like a piece that sends like these messages, rather than being like some fun songs to listen to. Not that like you can't send good messages in songs. Like, don't get me wrong, Like a Prayer, that has some great messages in its songs that are more like emotional. Same thing with Ray of Light, but like this album, like it just doesn't have a good sound. Not really at all. Medlin is an okay song that has like this Portuguese guy named Maluma, I think his name is. He's good. I mean, he adds to the album. I'm not like a big fan of like foreign people singing in songs. I mean, he's a good singer, but like I don't like Despacito at all. Like I hate Despacito. I think it's the most overrated piece of trash ever to be created on this earth. Why does it have 5 billion views? Get the fuck out of here. Sorry, just had to get that out. But yeah, I just say this album. I don't know. I've only really listened to it completely once. I've heard some songs here and there for it when singles were being released for it. I will say the best song on it is definitely "Crave," and it's featuring Sway Lee, who is a good artist. I mean, not that I'm a big fan of hip hop, but he is a good artist, and he helped make "Sunflower" by Post Malone, which is a great song. So like, props to Sway Lee for this song called "Crave." It's I would say the one good song on this album. Other than that, like I can tolerate the songs on this album. I don't think they're bad, but it's just kind of a letdown, I would say. But it's all right. It is what it is. But I'm gonna get into now why I think it's annoying the way Madonna is right now. For one thing, this whole new concept piece is called Madam X, and basically what it is it's about her like taking on this new like alter ego. She calls herself Madam X, and on her social media, she just uses the third person all the time and never talks about herself. She hides behind like this wall, that is Madam X, and she wears like an eye patch. She's like this like alternate personality. It just annoys me. Like she's like it just feels like she's not even herself anymore, and like even if there's like a controversy, she's just like Madam X is disappointed with the current situation, or just like, can you just stop? Why don't you just say like, hey guys, I really don't appreciate what's going on right now, rather than Madam X doesn't like what's going on right now. Like, stop. Stop. Like, it's so cringy to me. Like, I don't like that. And she's like done this the whole time she's promoted the album. Like, not once on social media has she like spoken in the first person or said something that doesn't have the words Madam X in it. It's just like, also the thing is like, she's just very like commercial now. She's very like, I feel like, I guess maybe this has like always been the case with her, but she doesn't feel like she's like honest or just like transparent, I guess. It just feels like she's putting on she's showing us a version of herself that's not necessarily what she even really is. And I feel like with Madam X, she's not even really showing us like her actual self even more, because she's literally becoming someone else. And I just find that annoying. I just I like people like Haley from Paramore more. They're just a lot more like, connective to their fans, and just more like transparent with like how they're feeling, and I feel like they're more open about what's going on with them. Whereas Madonna just feels very like commercial, and not like not very like in tune with their fans. I just feel like it's kind of just a disappointment. That's why I dislike her kind of. And like, one last thing to note is that with this recent tour, the tour that she's going on has ticket prices that are jacked way up, from what I've heard. I have not shown any interest in seeing her because, for one thing, it's like a small, tiny show. It's not even considered a concert. It's just called like a show, and like it's just not like, it doesn't seem like the same Madonna, and which I was right about, because for one thing, she doesn't even play a lot of her old music. She plays like literally three of her older songs, and they're for like shorter durations. And that's not to say like, newer Madonna can't be good either, but like, I looked at her set list. It was literally just like, she plays American Life, terrible song. She plays Like a Prayer. Okay, cool. She plays Vogue for a little bit. Okay, wow. Like, and then she plays like one other, somewhat famous song. And then she doesn't even play like anything like, from middle years, like anything from Confessions or Hard Candy or anything like that. She just plays her entire album, and that's it. Which is like not something I would, really care about seeing at all, just because like I don't love this album. I don't need to go out to a concert to see this entire album performed and watch her sing Like a Prayer for 5 minutes. That would be like the one fun thing about this concert. And like another thing was like that I want to discuss is that she talked about um, her not. She talked about Madam X doesn't want fans to take pictures of her or constantly have their cell phones out. So please put those away. I'm just like, oh, Madonna. But like, I can relate, kind of, but not really. Here's the thing. I can agree with the fact that I find it super annoying to just see people in front of me who just have their phone out for the entire concert. I don't like that at all. From that standpoint, I can see why you wouldn't want people to have their phones out, like taking videos of the entire concert. Like, dude, don't take an entire video of the concert. Just like, just live in the moment and enjoy yourself there. But like at the same time, like can I just like get a picture or like a 30-second video just to show like, hey, I was here, this was cool, or hey, this is a one of the cool moments from this concert, and then just be done with it. Put my phone away, enjoy the concert. That's what I would do. I might, if I'm lucky, if things turn out really good, I might take maybe 2 minutes worth of video, and that's like out of a 3 hour concert. But I mean, some people would video the entire 3 hour concert, which is just so cancerous to me. But like, so I can see why she'd be speaking out against people like that. But like to say like don't have video at all at this concert is just it's just ridiculous. Like what? Like this concert sucks. I don't want to go to your concert, Madonna. Like, geez, like what is wrong with you? Like, ugh. Okay, but that's the end of my rant. Yeah, I have some mixed feelings about Madonna, but either way, she's a fantastic singer who's put out some great music throughout the years. Recently, her music hasn't been so good, and I do not like how she is being around her fans lately. But yeah, that's why I've kind of got some mixed feelings. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a pretty long one. Props to you if you've stayed all the way through to this. But hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Hey guys, so I'm back at home right now. I'm about to upload part 2 of the Madonna video. I actually didn't really plan on this being a 2-part video, but my phone had died like halfway through recording and it was turning out to be a long video, so I was like, why not split the video into 2 parts like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the second part, and I do appreciate the viewership that the first video got, because it got about like 30 views, or I think it's at 40 now, which is nice. And by the way, Ray of Light did in fact come after music, and the song Ray of Light is actually the 3rd track on the album, and another great song from Bedtime Stories is Human Nature. So there you have it, some more Madonna knowledge for you. Enjoy the video.